I do not need to see the EPD report.
Aren't you at least interested in the offer?
Not unless it recommends time served or that Mr. Miller's record be sealed.
Oh, then you must have something great for me.
I can promise that my client won't pursue a civil suit against the DA's office.
You're funny. Really. What am I taking back to my supervisor?
You should always have settlement authority when dealing with me. I do not like the back and forth with Lattimore as if I'm haggling at a car dealership.
We just want Donaldson.
I will not allow you to cherry pick from my client list those you wish to prosecute. Furthermore, Donaldson is going to walk. There is no deal on Donaldson.
I expected as much.
Good. Then this should not surprise you.
What is it?
My motion to dismiss all charges against Donaldson.
You seem very confident.
Prosecuting a defendant for a crime is much like baking a chocolate cake, Mr. Dominguez.
Oh, this must be interesting. Go on.
Well, to make a chocolate cake, one must have all the ingredients. Chocolate, flour, butter, and other things. If you are missing an ingredient, you do not have a chocolate cake. Just a big mess.
I really hope you're going somewhere.
A deputy DA needs all the elements of a crime to prosecute her case. Intent, breaking, entering. You are missing an element. Therefore, you do not have a chocolate cake. Just a big mess.
Perhaps.
Then I assume my motion is unopposed, Ms. Dominguez?
Certainly not, Mr. Lipo. We still want Donaldson.
And I want my clients to pay me dinner with Gabrielle Union. We all want something, counselor.
Tell you what, I'll dismiss, expunge, and seal Miller's record.
First sensible thing you have uttered all day.
You just have to give me Donaldson.
Come on. I was awake in law school when they taught ethics.
I was more than awake. The American Jurisprudence Award for the highest score ever in ethics at Stanford has my name on it.
It says much about an attorney who still spouts off about her law school transcript. I endured many law school classes.
5th year law school? You should.
Touche. Touche. Then I imagine you failed plea dealing at Stanford.
No, that one I learned at the DA's office.
Well, you're going to have to do much better than what you have done thus far.
Donaldson is dealing spies to elementary school kids. He's fucking underage girls. Now I understand that Miller has a scholarship to SC hanging in the balance.
Donaldson's mother thinks that her son is coming home tonight.
And Miller's mother thinks that her son should be going to college. Now we both know that Miller was just at the wrong place at the wrong time, but that doesn't make him less guilty.
All right, let me speak to Donaldson and his mother and see what I can sell them on.
That's not good enough.
You desire that I horse trade on these men's lives.
A 2-strike pedophilic gun-toting drug dealer for a scholar? Looks like a hell of a trade to me, counselor. Besides, it won't be the first time for you to engage in horse trading.
Yes, but it does not make it any easier.
Attorney Lipo.
Hello, Reverend.
How are you?
Well, and yourself?
Excellent. Listen, I need your help.
I will do what I can.
I have a family staying at one of the church's homes. They just arrived from Canada, originally from Libya. Coptic Christians.
I am no longer practicing immigration law.
Then who's going to help guide our brothers and sisters through the asylum process?
There are plenty of attorneys in this town, Reverend.
But they're not you.
I appreciate the kind
Listen.
words.
1 John 3:17 reminds us that if anyone has the world's goods and sees his brother in need, yet closes up his heart against him, how can the love of God abide in him?
Yes, but I am just a lawyer.
Not just a lawyer. You're a great lawyer. Besides, you're the only person I know who speaks Arabic. Please. Sawa. Para sa kumusta talaga?
Mohammed?
Donde, Mahon? كيف حالك?
I will speak to you in English.
In North Arabia.
Is that you did?
Well, we seem to be communicating very well.
You are with Reverend Fulbright?
Yes.
Do you have lawyer ID?
My bar card. Follow me this way.
I am Sarwat Al-Muhajir Dinar. My wife Aliyah could not be here today. This business does not concern her.
My name is Tobin Lipo. You speak English very well, Sarwat.
I learned from Christian missionaries who built a church in my village. They also run a school. Can you help us?
It depends.
On what?
Your story?
We need good lawyer. Are you a good lawyer?
Perhaps you should have more faith. You have come to me. Please, feel free to leave.
Do you believe in God, Mr. Lipo?
Tell me how long you have been in the U.S.
1 month. My wife and I are Coptic Christians. We do not want to return to Libya, for we are afraid of being persecuted for our beliefs.
There are two ways to handle this dilemma. One is affirmative, the other defensive.
And which do you use?
Depends on whether you have been detained.
We have temporary permission to be in the country.
Well, I think the best course of action is for you to affirmatively apply for asylum.
We can pay. I was able to leave my country with some money, and the ICO has given us money. How much will this cost?
20,000 US dollars.
We have deportation next Friday. 1 week if we do not make the papers for this court. Well, can you help us?
I do not know. I will call you on Monday if I can take you on as a client. I have your contact info.
بله متاسفانه نمیتونم اونو که بکنم.
اشکالی نداره به مکانیک زنگ میزنم.
مترو بهتره.
Coffee? Good morning, Dad. No thanks.
Your lady friend came back here last night. Pretty late, too.
I assume she has a name?
As if you have so many. Caitlin, she knocked on the door as if she was willing me to open it. Ignored it till I could no longer stand it.
I do not think you will have that problem any longer.
What did you do?
You assume that I have done something?
You think she did something?
That is a loaded question, old man.
Watch her, you call an old man. Just give it a few days.
I do not think that time will make any difference.
You wanted to make a difference?
I cannot say.
Well, ambivalence notwithstanding. I ordered dinner for the three of us this Sunday.
I sent a copy of the plea agreement to your office.
And I prefer to bring the order to you myself.
Perhaps you could have brought it to my office?
A deputy district attorney typically does not serve notice personally.
Not unless she is sleeping with opposing counsel. That is codified law.
Don't be so cocky, told him. I knew you would take the deal.
So you say.
Okay. When was the last time you shaved your face?
About 3 months. That you are asking questions to which you already know the answer disturbs me, Caitlin.
When was the last time you wore a suit?
Years.
That's exactly the last time you took a case to a jury. The fact that you were not ready to defend your client at a trial was, shall I say, written all over your face?
There is no correlation between my grooming habits and trial preparation.
Bullshit. Every DDA knows you have no desire to shave every single day, much less the appetite to take a case to a jury.
Whatever.
Oh, by the way, I was at your office yesterday, and you're also not picking up your phone calls.
I was busy.
All night! Anyway.
I had other things to do.
Oh, okay. And calling me could not be one of them? What do you want, told him.
Excuse me?
Yeah. What do you want? What do you want from me, from us?
I cannot answer that query at this time.
Okay. Then tell me over lunch. Our place. I have a bail hearing later this morning, and I'm leaving the office early.
Good luck.
Thank you. I'm gonna need it. Opposing counsel looks like he could be in the cover of GQ. was at Java Fix today.
I was there also.
I was there at noon.
So you could not have waited for 15 minutes?
Yo estoy cansada de esperar.
Y yo estoy cansado de otras cosas.
Ah, qué bien. ¿Qué otra cosa tú estás cansado? Dime. Porque tú siempre vienes con un cuento, tú siempre tienes algo que hacer, siempre algo más importante que yo. Yo no importo, ¿verdad? Ah, yo no importo. Tú estás cansado. Qué bello.
Caitlin. This food so it nourishes our body and keep us strong and healthy. In the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Amen. Yeah, there we go, dear. I must finish an assignment.
Work? On Sunday? Who are these heartless people making you work on Sunday?
I'm doing a piece for Reuters. I'm leaving for Syria in the morning.
Syria? Isn't it very dangerous now with the civil war? Wait, will the State Department let U.S. citizens go there now?
Dad only likes going to places that are dangerous.
Part of being a war correspondent.
Wow. Well, if I were not a lawyer, I would love to be a journalist.
It's taken me all over the world.
That's amazing.
Good night.
Dad, what did Reverend Fulbright want with you the other day?
Help this couple from Libya with an immigration issue.
Folks from ICO?
Yes, they go to your church.
And you didn't take their cases?
Not exactly. I am looking into it. You know that I am religion neutral.
Doesn't matter. Don't ever pass up a chance to help good people in their time of need.
I do not know that these are good people.
Reverend Fulbright sent them.
Then I guess they are okay.
Nighttime's different the world over.
I would imagine nighttime has no variation.
You'd be surprised.
Over there, night is darker. Darker in Kabul, North Africa. All over the Middle East, I suppose.
Because there is little electricity in those regions to light the sky in general.
No, not really. It's because people just suffer more over there.
Duly noted.
You know, I could have used the last time I was over there.
I do not know how much help I could be, as I despise violence and eschew the military in general.
You speak their languages, man.
Yes, but you can learn it yourself.
Not that easy. Not at my age. You have a gift, man.
Dad, I appreciate it. But it is never too late for an old man to learn new tricks.
What'd I tell you about referring to me as an old man? You remember the family that had the store on the corner when we moved here?
Yes, the no mayors.
Where were they from?
Afghanistan.
I thought so. What was that used to say to them? Marasti?
Marasta.
Yeah, Marasta.
Marasta, it means help me.
Sounds different when they say it over there in Afghanistan.
Perhaps it is because they have a local accent or dialect different from the Nomares.
No, it just sounds different when a man is saying it because he's about to die. You heard the Nomares speak Pushto about lottery tickets, newspapers, and so forth. I heard men say their last words in Pushto.
Pashto, and I do not envy you.
You should.
Please indulge me.
Life is to be lived, Tokum, not surfed on the internet or read about in a book. The irony of the life of a war correspondent, you travel to all of these wonderful places, but often the memories you take away are those you chose.
Perhaps you should return to some of these countries, but under different circumstances to create better memories.
Okay. Well, why don't you go with me, son?
I do not know about that.
Yeah, man, you speak the languages.
Yes, but
Gotta go outside of California sometime, Toad.
I have been to Nevada.
Yeah, you were a boy traveling with your school.
Dad, do you realize that I can get my fill of all the different cultures in the world right here in Los Angeles?
But it's not the same.
There are 190 UN-recognized states and countries in this world. Los Angeles is home to expatriates from all of them.
مرحبا كيف حالك؟
Hello, my name is Togum Lipo. I met with you the other day about an asylum application.
Oh, right, Mr. Lipo. Yes, of course. I did not remember.
And your name again is?
I am Sarwat.
Sarwat, yes, yes.
Please, come in. I did not recognize you.
Thank you. This is a very nice place you have, Sarwat.
Thank you. The ICO has provided its home for us. Please have a seat. May you help us with these forms that we got when we arrived to the US? We cannot fully understand them.
Of course. But first, I will need you to sign this retainer agreement, and I will need payment. Please read and sign it. As you see, it's in English and Arabic.
Thank you.
And your wife, Aaliyah?
Yes. What about her?
She must sign the agreement also.
I am her husband. I will sign for her.
Well, actually, you cannot.
I do not understand.
She is an adult. She must agree to my representation of her.
Of course. America has rights for women. Your country has a way of liberating women.
Yes, it does.
You must swallow honey with oil if you wish to enjoy the want of security that America's blanket of freedom provides. Aliyah!
India.
Dobalan.
I assume she reads Arabic?
No. I will explain to her. She lived in Libya 5 years from age 18. Shawiya is the primary language.
Shawiya? I do not know that language.
And why should you? It is a dead language.
Etc.
May I offer you tea?
No, I am fine, thank you. No, wait, I will need her as well.
We want badly to stay in this great country of yours.
I am sure that you do.
What do I need to tell you?
First, I must read the following admonition to you. You must meet the definition of a refugee in order to be eligible for asylum. An asylum officer will determine whether you are A, eligible to apply for asylum, B, meet the definition of a refugee in Section 101A, 42A of the Immigration and Nationality Act, or the INA, C, are barred from being granted asylum under Section 208B2 of the INA.
What does that mean?
I am here to prepare you for your hearing on Friday. We have 4 days. So now I will need to get some information from you. Please tell me the arrival date of your family.
About 3 weeks ago. Do you need to know a specific date?
Yes.
I will have to review my notes.
Okay, that's fine. We can come back to that. Let's see. Alien registration number.
I have it written down. I will go get it.
Reluctant Polyglot. Reluctant Polyglot.
Do not attempt to speak to her when not in my presence.
Excuse me?
She does not speak Arabic. In my country, a man does not speak to the wife of another man without permission.
I thought that was an exclusive Muslim practice.
Typical American. You probably think that we are really all Muslim.
Please do not insult me.
She wears tarha, modest clothing. She has never attempted to speak to you as she knows it is forbidden. It is our region that is conservative, Mr. Lipo, not just one religion.
Be that as it may, I must have unfettered communication with my client.
No, she does not speak English, no Arabic at all. I understand Shawiya somewhat.
I do not speak that language.
Not very many people do. It has not been written for centuries. Not taught in school for years.
Well, she will need an interpreter at the hearing on Friday.
I speak Shawiya somewhat. She reads a little Arabic. We will get by as we always do. If you want to talk to her, you talk to me.
That could be a problem.
But it is her wish.
So you say. I find it rather specious.
Shase, una tashakazun nagunza nawachili? Then I will have to tell you her information. Please, come back tomorrow. We have time conflict now.
You have changed.
How so?
Not your typical work attire.
Oh, and you notice such things.
I suppose there is meaning to such things.
I invited some friends over.
I generally do not like your friends.
Sydney and Colin?
Do not like them. Furthermore, that would be your friends are coming over, not some friends. Some friends will indicate that they are my friends also, which they are not.
I guess you could say so, but I'm pretty sure they wouldn't mind being your friends as well.
I have all the friends that I need.
You have no friends.
Okay. I will grant you that.
They're coming over soon, so you should get ready.
I like what I am wearing.
Okay. Suit yourself.
So I get an email from Miles. Said he's getting out of criminal defense law. He's only doing real estate from now on.
Miles, what's his last name?
Rothman.
Rothman. Why does that name sound familiar?
Criminal defense attorney, has a terrible comb over, does mainly drug cases.
Yeah, I remember him. Interesting.
Yeah, Sydney used to date him before she met me.
Colin, would you care for me to dredge up names from your past?
Miles only defends crystal meth cases. He and I went to law school together.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So, you and Miles went to law school?
Yes.
Oh, interesting. Both Caitlin and I went to Stanford and have dated lawyers from the same fifth-tier law school.
And you both have lost trials to fifth-tier law school grads.
Okay.
Right, he is a brilliant litigator.
I heard he's a complete ass jerk.
Is ass jerk a legal term of art?
Okay, let's stop it right there. I have to say something. I do not judge anybody by the college they graduate from. Hello.
Well, I mean, you've been able to manage your standards pretty well.
Well, you have to understand, Tolgam is my pro bono work.
Excuse me, I'm sitting right here. At least wait until you are back at the office to talk about me. I prefer being denigrated behind my back.
Oh, honey, what's the fun in that?
So, Miles is getting into dirt law?
Yeah, what's up with that?
Some guy comes down from Palmdale, crystal meth case, pays the entire retainer in ones and fives, $25,000, stuffed in a Trader Joe's bag.
That sounds legit.
That alone should make you take a plea on his behalf.
So this is the crystal meth guy with the ad in LA Weekly?
Yeah, that's Miles Rothman. Crystal meth, top defense, 888, top guns.
Yep, guns with a Z, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that is Miles.
Yeah, so anyway, he's walking out of his office, and his client jacked him for the bread.
No way.
Jacks him for the bread. When did you become fluent in street slang?
Oh, I picked it up around the office.
Okay.
I thought that you worked for the Canadian State Department.
Well, we're a captive law firm. The Canadian Embassy is our only client.
Oh, so I see that Sydney has been managing her expectations rather well also.
Anyway, this guy comes out of nowhere, at gunpoint, takes the bread, cash, just walks away.
You have to be kidding me. And they say there's no justice.
Wait, how did he know Miles had the money on him?
Well, he was carrying it in the same Trader Joe's bag that the deuce dropped it off in.
Okay, so let me get this straight. The guy walks into his office, hires the guy to defend him on a meth charge, and pays him all cash on a Trader Joe's bag?
Yes. All ones and fives, not a single 20 or 100 in it. True story.
You guys are soulless.
Of course, we should use our extrasensory perception to separate the innocent from the guilty.
I believe that's unconstitutional.
No, it is not.
Due process? Do the 5th and 14th Amendments ring any bells?
Due process is all up here.
I doubt that there is anything up here.
Because we inherently know which client's money to take and which to refuse.
Hello, nobody said to refuse anybody's money, but some guys you should just plead out because you know they're guilty.
Okay, now I know that is unconstitutional, and I've never seen the inside of any courtroom.
You may know the Constitution, but you obviously do not recognize sarcasm.
Oh yeah, with your bubbly personality. You know, a person's tone usually changes somewhere between sarcasm and seriousness.
Anyway, you get all the law that you can afford and all the justice your evidence deserves.
Okay, I missed that one in ethics class.
You missed a lot of ethics class.
So, we brought a board game. Do you guys want to play primetime trivia?
Alright, baby, we're winning. Let's see. This one's easy. What's Elaine's middle name?
Come on, that's easy.
Yeah, for him.
Can I tell her?
Nope.
I know it.
Nope, no cheating.
Come on, you know it. Think, you've seen the show.
I'm sorry. I don't know it. Who would know this?
Marie. Elaine Marie Bennis.
Yep, that's right.
How would anyone know something so esoteric?
He's seen every episode.
Yeah, no, I thought it was Leanne, so. Yeah. Every episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I don't believe that.
Yeah.
Caitlin says that you're some type of linguist. How many languages does he know?
Sydney, I am right here.
Like 50 or so, right?
That's even more difficult to believe.
That's true.
I think there's a lady on staff that knows like 12.
53. I am UN certified in 14.
Nice. I think she's certified in like 4.
I could add more certifications if I were to test.
More certifications.
Good.
Here to make this an interesting evening, my friend.
Tell me what you propose.
A little word game.
You guys, let's not get personal.
Caleb, I think we lost all opportunity for that 2 hours ago.
That's true.
$20 a word, okay? Ladies pick a word, 5 languages. You have to say the word in the languages, get all correct. I'll give you $100. You miss one, you owe me a C-note.
Colin, come on. You know you can't gamble.
This isn't gambling, it's an investment because I know I'm gonna win. Come on, let's go.
Name your game.
All right, let's get it started.
You guys, somebody's gonna lose a lot of money.
And how will we know if he's right?
Google it.
Yeah, look it up on your phone. All right, let's go. Somebody give him a word, somebody give him 5 languages.
Caitlin, do the honors.
What languages?
Alright.
5 hard languages. Don't give him nothing easy. He's been to Mexico, I think.
Russian. Armenian. Mandarin. Tagalog. And French.
Shoe.
Not hard enough.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
abstract.
Abstract.
There we go.
Sam slow.
Let's go.
Abstractly. Forat soten chat suwen nimoton abstract.
Is that right? Are you sure? Are you looking at the right thing? Let me see. Beat that.
I like this game.
Of course you do.
Told you.
Damn. Give him another. Let's go.
Para. Dinero. Nakudu. Frimada. Feda.
Really? Are you serious? Let me see that. Jesus Christ. Motherfucker. Shit. Just take it.
It's
Let's
time
go.
to
One more. No,
It's time
one
to
more.
go.
You got any money?
You just gave it to him.
Hey, look, man. I'll give you a mark for it.
I did not know you like that.
Come on, guys. It's getting late. I hope you're happy. That was wrong, you know that?
I am rather pleased, and contrary to your biased assessment, I have done nothing wrong.
You let this guy walk right into this. You could have just robbed him and be done with it.
Caitlin, you understand that Colin is a grown man. You and Sydney tried to warn him.
Well, they will definitely not be coming back.
The hits just keep coming.
And you have to be right every single time. Could have just given maybe one word to him so he feels that he can win. But todas las palabras correctas, todas.
I hope that you are better this morning.
I'm fine.
Hello? So what? I am fine. I hope that you are as well. Sure, you can meet me at my office. Okay. Well, I will come to your place later today. Let's say 11? Okay. Goodbye.
Hey, I have an idea.
This should be good.
I could pay half the rent.
I must have missed the part in parentheses.
What part?
Well, obviously, if this conversation were written down, then part of it would be in parentheses because that comment for you to pay half the rent is nonsensical.
I could pay half the rent in our place. I spend most of the time here. I have a key.
But only for emergencies.
Oh, come on, Togan. I'm tired of living in your childhood bedroom in that tiny bed of yours.
Do not be silly. I will see you after work. I have a family to interview.
Oh, I thought you would never do family law.
Immigration. Come on, I will walk you out.
Oh, you've returned, my friend.
Yes, I have come back to finish the application for you and Aaliyah.
Yes. Please, have a seat.
Thank you.
Give us a moment to prepare. Aaliyah!
This is the first time that I have ever seen a tree in a living room before.
Yes. It is a representation of the life that the ICO has given to refugees such as ourselves.
Both of you swear to tell the truth under the penalty of perjury of the laws of the United States of America. Do you understand?
Yes. Majibriako, Lazima.
Dia.
We are ready.
I have most of the information already. Your date of arrival to the U.S.
The first day of April. The both of us. We arrived from Canada.
Your address history?
I do not understand.
Your address, where you lived before your arrival into the U.S.
We live in Canada.
And before that?
We live in Libya.
I must have the address for each location.
I do not understand.
Akwen. Akwen Nuku.
Namavi Tubak. English, please.
Canada first.
I do not remember. I have written down. I will give to you tomorrow.
Email will suffice.
Yes. Please, write it down.
You already have my email. I gave you my business card with it.
Yes. I will send to you today.
Your address in Libya.
Shamayet, Atagadom Fora Jila, Libya. Postal code Zone 19.
Can you tell me about any threats you may have received in Libya due to your religious affiliation?
It is a beautiful day outside. God has blessed us with this beautiful day. Please, let's continue this outside. Well, I worked for a family that operated national utility company. I was groundskeeper to their estate, and my wife, she cleaned the house. For certain Libyans, electricity was free. Aliyah! Amer! I also rebuilt broken old generators. They were purchased from European suppliers, and we would set them up in Coptic villages for the churches. Even with transition of power, there is no peace.
The name of your business.
What do you mean?
Your business that rebuilt and sold generators?
Yes.
The name. What was it called?
I do not understand.
What was it called? What was the name of your business? Like Macintosh, Google, Exxon?
Oh, like Walmart?
Yes, like Walmart, Hill, Sanford & Son. I need to know how it was referenced.
I see.
You know Sanford & Son?
I live in Libya, Mr. Lipo. Not on Mars. American culture is very persuasive. We did not have a name. We were not a business.
So you did not have a name?
No, we did not. It was nationalized.
And your clients just knew where to find you?
They just knew.
So it was...
It was my reputation.
Ah. So word of mouth, so to speak.
Yes. It was all owned by the colonel anyway. My employer, the colonel, he does this as a favor to Coptics. The Christian minority.
Date of birth?
I am 32 years of age. This August. The 3rd day.
University?
My family was too poor.
I thought that university was free.
Only for certain people.
Ah. The people who were afforded free electricity.
Now you understand.
I noticed the soccer ball in the corner, it had a Manchester United logo on it.
Yes, they came to Africa to play friendly against Libyan national team.
Storied franchise.
I purchased from local marketplace.
International travel comes at a great expense. Can you explain to me how you were able to afford your trip to the U.S.?
By the goodwill of God. God is great.
Yes, I understand that, but I need to know the name of the soul that the good Lord moved to help you.
The ICO.
Yes, Reverend Fulbright's group. And ICO stands for?
The International Christian Outreach.
International Christian Outreach. I will need their address.
Yes, I do not remember right now. I will send you an email.
Thank you. Hold still for the camera.
What are you doing?
I am taking a picture of you and her.
No, maybe tomorrow.
Tomorrow is no good. Today, there is a strict deadline we have to meet.
No, she's been very emotional since we arrived. I must prepare her for this type of thing. In my country, photographs of women are not permitted. Shumbai, Yako.
Tell her that I will need to speak with her. You can provide the interpretation if you wish.
Help me survive, please. Please.
Aliyah! Kuja hapa! Una singing American?
Togum? Are you Togum Lipo?
I take it that you have business here interrupting my lunch?
Yes. You can most certainly say that I have business here interrupting your lunch.
And please, be so kind as to indulge me.
I'm Phaedra Donaldson, St. Clair's mother.
Oh, my pleasure.
Mr. Donaldson's case has been settled. I explained that to you.
Yeah, but you didn't explain that to me, and I paid you to defend him.
Mr. Donaldson is my client, and he is of the Regent's Georgia.
Well, I'm his mother.
But I have no reason.
No, but you had him to St. Clair, and you breached him. He trusted you. You see, Mr. Lipo, I know that my son should not be rotting away in some jail cell.
Prison.
Excuse me?
Your son is in prison, but please continue.
Why didn't you file a 1538.5 motion? Those charges should have been dismissed.
You have discovered Wikipedia law, and now you propose to tell me how to run a case.
No. I hired a real lawyer who abides by his oath and doesn't fuck some chick in the DA's office to check your ass.
I am calling security.
You know what? I'm giving you 24 hours. Sign this affidavit, swearing that you were negligent and that you did not provide adequate counsel to my son and you were conflicted.
I will do no such thing.
I'll have your ass disbarred. See what I want.
What are you thinking about?
Nothing.
Oh, you look awfully perplexed to be thinking about nothing.
One of my hidden talents.
Oh, great. Another thing of you that's hidden from me. Just what I needed.
I have some clients seeking asylum. Their collective lack of cooperation is frustrating.
Well, have they paid you?
Of course.
What are you complaining about? Well, does that mean that you're getting out of criminal defense?
I think so.
Wow, really?
Yes.
Well, I'm sure that you'll do well.
Do not patronize me.
I'm not.
Then please tell me what you think that I will, quote, do well at.
You'll do great at what you're doing for these clients.
I have work to do before dinner. I assume you will be joining me?
Used to love your formality.
Caitlin, the tone of your proclamation and use of past tense to describe this affection leads me to believe that you find my formality not worthy of such a strong emotion.
He just did it again. You can't wear a thing, Tolkien. Why don't you ask questions?
Pardon me?
You don't ask questions.
I do not understand.
And you don't use contractions.
Contractions are shortcuts for those with a lazy tongue.
And what about those that don't ask questions?
Okay, you got me.
You don't ask questions because you don't care.
I ask when I am paid to do so. I deal with questions all the time. There's no valid reason for me to entertain them when I'm not working.
Just did it again. You could have easily say, why would I entertain them? And what you say is, there is no valid reason for me to entertain them.
Caitlin, you have been in litigation for too long. Everything with you must be about confrontation.
No. Let me show you this. I still have this.
Oh, please, Caitlin.
No, wait. The first time you asked me out, of course, via email, this is what you said. Yada, yada, yada. I would love to take you out. There's this place in Ventura that serves... No questions in the whole email. You basically told me, I'm taking you out for dinner, like it or not.
You clearly do not have a point. I do not ask questions so that I can effectuate the result which I desire, and you are beginning to frustrate me.
Do you love your life with me?
I cannot say if I love this life.
Why not?
Love is an emotion reserved for another human being.
What does that make me?
I love you, Caitlin. Intelligent, adult human beings can love each other. Children love things that are inanimate. Playing in the yard, playing with toys.
The smell of a flower.
Yes, the smell of a flower.
You know, Mom died when I was a little girl. And Dad and I were left in the Dominican. And he didn't think he could take care of me, so he took me to West Virginia to her parents' house. And the one thing I remember from that time, the best memory, was from church. My grandma was a fervent Christian, and she was there all the time, and she took me with her. And there were these big purple flowers that had such a sweet smell. And she used to put them in her hat and lap them, and I just felt it. You know, that aroma, that strong, sweet aroma. I used to think for the longest time that was my first love.
I understand that your church is part of an organization, an International Christian Outreach, that helped them get to the U.S.
Yes, ICO had a hand in helping them get here.
Please, indulge me on this hand.
What are you doing?
I am going to take notes.
I'm not sure we can make an official record of their information.
I am only taking notes.
I'm just afraid of releasing certain privileged information.
There is no charity asylum seeker privilege. Once their application to stay in the U.S. has been denied, they can thank you, Reverend.
Okay, I guess they will want me to help you then.
Of course they will.
They fled Tripoli for Egypt with the help of the church. Went to Alexandria. From Alexandria to Cairo. From Cairo to Canada.
Tripoli. That file should read Argila. The town from which they fled in Libya is Argila. Please state the name of that church.
Saint Mercurius Church.
And this church, the dinar's history with it?
Long-standing. Part of their church rolls. The church has a database with names. The dinars are in the database. We were aware of certain Coptic Libyans fleeing the conflict earlier. However, we cannot accept refugees into our program until they have reached foreign soil.
Of course, our asylum protocol requires that asylum seekers come from an intermediary country.
Yes. Once they arrived in Cairo, we had locals who worked with us to prepare documents to spirit members of the Lord's flock onto their journey.
Well, the government would like to know who is part of the Lord's flock, Reverend.
Our members would not game the system.
That is not for me to decide.
These poor people should not be portrayed as a burden to society.
They are not. I just have a duty to ensure that what I represent to any U.S. court is truthful. There are only 80,000 asylum spots in the U.S.
Well, you're a rather spirited one.
I need someone to corroborate their story, and a man of your stature carries a great deal of credibility.
Tell you what, let me give you a copy of their file for your review.
That will be fine. Bring to your attention the information which you gave me about your church in Libya.
Yes. What about it?
I would need Aaliyah here as well to finish the application, and I also need her photograph.
Well, as you can see, Mr. Nightbow, Aaliyah is not present with us at the moment. A woman at our church.
Well, this is highly irregular, but it will have to suffice. The name of your church in Argila?
The Apostolic Vicariate.
Interesting.
What is?
Well, you have maintained this whole time that you are Coptic Christians.
Yes, we are.
The Apostolic Vicariate is the oldest Catholic church in Benghazi.
No, that is false. That is false. Where did you get this information about the church? Have you ever been to Argila? Benghazi?
I have been to the ICO. This is in your file.
No, that is not Benghazi. Everyone knows that Coptic Christians worship at Vicariate. In Argila.
Sarwat, describe your baptism.
I do not like your tone, Mr. Lipo. I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
I have met with Reverend Fulbright. He gave me your file from the ICO.
You are no longer our attorney. I will find another attorney to represent us. One who is on our side.
Sarwat, I am on your side. I just want to make sure that I am not presenting a perjured document to the court.
Mr. Lipo, I have lived the life of an old man. For the past 6 months, I have seen more death and destruction than any Westerner has seen in a lifetime. I have a bad memory, and a wife who stays with me out of pity, because I can provide for her. If we are not the dutiful Christians as I have presented us to be, then forgive me. Forgive us if we have a few facts wrong.
I will attach your ICO report to your application and you can review and sign it tomorrow.
Okay then, very well. Good day, Mr. Ripo.
Hello, Sarat. I'm fine. Dinner? Sure. That will be fine. I'll see you then.
So did you sign it?
No.
Then I'm going directly to the state board. I already talked to them about you, and they're just waiting for you.
If I could, I would take you there myself. Furthermore, I could not care less at this point. But I do care enough that I will not bear the responsibility of complicity in unleashing the terror which is your son back into this community.
Oh, for all your moralistic grandstanding, you're nothing but a sellout. And for what? A woman? Ooh, I bet she isn't even black.
Miss Donaldson, I will not dignify that statement.
Well, St. Clair was a good kid. He didn't deserve this. He just fell in with the wrong crowd.
St. Clair is a grown man. Furthermore, he is the wrong crowd. Look, I am sure you did your best by him.
When he was first born, the doctors thought that he would go blind. Retinitis pigmentosa. I named him after the patron saint of eyesight. He lost all symptoms when he was 15. And I always hoped that you would use this gift that God blessed him with.
All men flock to this saint or that pope, avoiding the God who seeth in secret. They cannot see in secret. They love to be blind in public. They think society is wiser than their soul. And they know not that one soul, and their soul, is wiser than the whole world. Your son has no one to blame but himself.
You know, I teach Emerson at Berkeley, Mr. Lipo. Damn Emerson. Hey, I'm fighting for my boy's life now. St. Clair's new attorney will be in touch with you.
Hola. Sí, correcto. Entonces ponle 2 servicios de arroz extra. Exacto, los números 7 con pollo, 1 sin cebolla. Perfecto. Sí, correcto. Esa es la dirección. ¿En qué tiempo? En 20 minutos. Perfecto, muchas gracias María. Que tenga buen día. Bye. How was your day?
Maddening.
Someone needs a vacation. Why don't we go out this weekend?
I cannot.
Why not?
I have a client who needs my help.
Can you wait?
I don't think so. She is in danger.
Grave? Well, maybe I can help.
The irony is your help will only hurt.
Well, I'm trying, but if you don't tell me, there's nothing I can do to solve him.
As you did with St. Clair Donaldson? Tony Miller?
You know, that's uncalled for. That's totally unfair. It's not the same.
It is unfair that I could not trust you enough to be vulnerable with you.
And maybe we shouldn't be together at all.
That is my dilemma.
Just make it easy for you.
Thank you for taking the time to meet with me.
Well, you can dispense with the formalities. I'm just trying to make Sydney a happy woman.
Well, I just thought that you would...
What, be upset? About the money? I'm over that stuff, man. Found something interesting in the email that you sent me.
I must find this couple. They were my clients.
Well, photos you sent me were matched against face recognition technology. What can I tell you about them?
Well, we can start with their names.
Now, the woman you sent us, we didn't get a hit on her name.
That is Aaliyah Dinar.
Okay, if you say so. This guy? That's,
No, that is Sarwat Dinar.
Not for sure. He's a Canadian citizen. Now, he went to college in Amherst, and after graduation came back to Canada. Got convicted of mail fraud and identity theft ultimately.
I was under the impression that Dinars worked for a Libyan government official.
Yeah, they did.
And you received this report from the embassy in Ottawa?
Well, looked at the information you sent to me in the email. Looked at their IRB application.
IRB, explain.
Well, that's what the Dinars when they applied for Canadian citizenship.
And the IRB made a decision on them?
No, they were just approved for a hearing.
So, they planned on staying in Canada?
Yes. As difficult as that may be for you to wrap your mind around, they prefer Canada to the U.S.
You should not read other people's mail. Drive.
I just wanted to let you know that I understand your anger. I was served with a notice from the state bar regarding the Donaldson matter. So I accepted a suspension of my license for 60 days and a transfer to the DA's Lancaster Palmdale office. I'm sorry. I really am. And I hope that someday you find it in your heart to maybe call me or something.